Before I begin, I gotta mention that receiving this package was officially my first nightmare scenario as a collector. FedEx lost the package, and it's kind of crazy. So to give you the timeline, today is Monday when I'm recording this. Luckily, I only have to wait a day to get this package found. But yesterday, the package was supposed to arrive between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. You guys know, whenever any delivery service says we'll be here between this and that, it's the worst possible prediction of when the stuff's supposed to arrive because it never arrives on time. But anyways, so at 2 o'clock, I noticed that they changed it to end of day. And I'm like, weird, whatever, it's fine. Maybe they're just busy, it's okay. I noticed then at 4 o'clock, it's getting kind of late, and usually by like 4 is when like the final truck arrives. Nothing happens. A truck pulls up, and I'm like, oh, there it is, thank God, we're good. And I noticed that they open the door, close it, and then they drive off. I'm like, there's no way. Did they just like leave a note saying that the package is like undeliverable or something? What happened? I open my door, nothing. I immediately panic. I go to my tracker, and it says pending. I've never seen that. I've never seen FedEx go from delivery end of the day to pending, because that means something happened. I DM'd them, and they're like, yeah, we apologize. The package should be out for delivery next day. It wasn't on the truck. I'm like, oh, it was on a manifest, but it wasn't on a truck. Weird, whatever. Next day happens. I wake up, and once again, I notice my package still doesn't say out for delivery. So I messaged them, and I'm like, what happened? Where's my package? And they messaged me back on Twitter, and they're like, oh, yeah, we don't know where it is. I'm like, what do you mean you know where it is? They go, it's got misscanned somewhere. And I'm like, how do you just lose? Like, what happened? Make sure. Oh, this is what we lost. This is what we lost. That's so annoying. Anyway, so I'm recording. Ooh, look at that. I'm recording my video. I have a little series I was working on my main channel, and I get a random phone call that I ignore because I didn't know the number, and I got a voicemail from them that says, hey, I got your package by mistake. This is where I live. And I'm like, this is 3 blocks away. First of all, when they called me, I thought they were like right next door. No, they were blocks away. So I literally I ran, and sure it was that. My package was there. Somehow FedEx messed up that bad. It wasn't even close to what was written on the address. Anyways, hopefully we never have to deal with that again. Ooh, what is this? Oh, we got a good grade on this? 3.5? Wait, since when do they do what? Is this supposed to be a white label? This is terrible. All right, here's the story. Shout out to my homie Monito. Monito sent me this as a gift, and ironically, speaking of bad delivery services, I don't know what he used, but whatever service they used crushed this card. And on the back, there's like a big, I don't know if you can see it. There was like a massive bend. There's like a little crease. It's like going, you can't even see it. That's how small it is, but if you look at it, you can see it. It's going across the card. And yeah, that's enough to kill this to a 2.5. Look at everything else. 9.5 centering, 8.5 edges, 8.5 corners. This probably would have been a 9/8.5 card max. As you guys know, this is a first appearance card, which was super rare to get, and they were always sticky, which is why the damages on the cards were awful. But yeah, I figured let's finally get this graded because I'm curious to know what they will give for that crease. And yeah, it's a 3.5. I didn't know that they do silver label. Is it because it has at least a 9 or something? Is that how it works? Can someone explain to me what makes them do like those regular white labels versus like silver? I know gold means 9 and higher. No, 9.5 and higher, right? That's basically pristine. But yeah, I finally got this graded. I love the card art, and again, even though you can't see the crease, it's still beautiful. So I'm gonna keep this right here. Next, let's go down the list because we know we got a black label now. I'm excited about this. We have a white Schwartz. We have, ooh, that's a good one. So I have all 5 of these. This is for promo cards. They're not really that valuable, but I'm a big fan of Quintessential Quintuplets. Comment section below if you watch who is best girl of the 5. And I bought all 5, but my goal is to get, honestly, the Eatskis. I have 2 Eatskis, which I want as 10. So I'm happy about that. Nino is like a big fan favorite to a lot of people, so that's definitely a win. They had a foil version of this and a non-foil version for the PRs, for promos. And this is the foil one, which you can tell by the texture and then the gold in the middle. I'm excited about this. Question is can we get all 5 as 10? You probably can't because the quality is always really good. No, we cannot. Oh, this is 0.5 away too. Ooh, it's just each guy, which I don't really care about as much. But that, oh no, it's a silver label. All right, as long as we get a 10 on each ski, that's all I care about. I think for each ski, like they're all like pop 1 because no one got these cards graded, and they're impossible to get to. I cannot find these at all raw. and I want to buy more of them because I mean now I'm in a mission to get all 5 as 10s. We got one down at least. But yeah. All right, which one? This is gonna be Miku, isn't it? Miku or Yotsuba? It's the Miku. Ooh, what got hit? 8.5. Oh, this got super railed. 9. I feel like I was gonna say if I send this to PSA, it would be 9, but it's also 9 here. So as you guys know, with White Schwartz, the quality of his cards are so good. Getting anything lower than a 10 is usually a big challenge, unless there's like super visible damage on the card. And honestly, I guess I gotta re-look over this because I don't know what on the card themselves could be the damage, unless there's like some, I don't know, like a dent or something somewhere, which the edges is what got hit. But you can see the edges pretty well, so where in the edges are we talking about? Oh, it's got to be this right here, I would assume. Probably can't see it because, you know, the camera doesn't show it, but it's like right up here. Okay, I agree. Again, these were like $15 a card, so I can find them all over. Well, the key is finding them, and finding even a batch of these in English was hard. I bought this as a collection, and I bought one Itsuki. Okay. Oh, no, the Itsuki's a 9.5. How close were we? Oh, not close at all. Surface got a 9. I know there is a black label out there of this. If you happen to watch this video, I want the black label if you have it. Itsuki is my favorite of the 5. So if you have this, let me know. Reach out. And before they reach out and they want like $1 million, like, bro, relax. This is like a $15 promo card. All right. No, they both came back. Oh, can we contest this? Surface got 9 again. So this one has better subgrades this time. This one's a 9.5, 9.5, 10. This got 10, 10, 9.5, and then 9. I wonder if I can contest this. I wonder if I can get this reviewed, and maybe they'll be like, you know what, Surface is a 9, 5, and then bump up the centering to a 10. Get a second opinion. Look, reviewing cards is amazing. I have 4 cards sitting at BGS right now. I don't know if I'll do a whole video on that. I might just do it like a short, like on TikTok or something. But anytime you get a card where you're like, come on, bro, can you double check? I highly recommend you guys get the cards reviewed because sometimes they do. We got another one? Oh, we got 2 back-to-back? What did we get? Bro, this... Oh, for a second, it looked like it was like out... What? Bro, how many did I get? Ain't no way we got 3 in a row. What's number 1? Well, we didn't get a 10 for Itsuki, but we got the, what is this, the OFR? We got the OFR for her. It's funny, you know what's funny about this card is I was debating about sending this one in. It was in immaculate condition. I remember when I was holding it, I'm like, do I really want to send this in? I was like, yes, because I love the art on this. And again, this is my favorite of the quintuplets. And this is cool. I believe this should, if I remember correctly, this is either pop 1 or like pop 2, period. Or they might have 110, I don't remember, something like that, but yeah, this is definitely a win. So I didn't get this as a 10, but I'll take this anytime over that. This is fire. You get to hang on the back. FedEx lost this package. 3 black labels. I'm upset. I'm upset. What is this? What could this be? I'm trying to think. Oh, wow. Nodoka. I pulled this. So I bought a whole case in my attempt to pull a serial card. So what White Schwartz has is they have this basically this exact same card, but they have like a serial that's like 1 out of 10. And they have them stand for, I think, all the SP. So you can get like Nodoka, Mai, whatever. And I figured, let's just try. When I say 10, that means they made a total of 10 each. So it's the same card, exact same card, but just you can get a variant of this that has like a 1 out of 10. And I figured, let's just try. So I bought a whole case, and I pulled Rio, and I pulled Nodoka out of it. Rio, last time I got graded, came back in black label. But it's funny, I pulled this, and I wasn't going to even send this in. I was like, yeah, I'll send it in because why not? Wow. That's cool. All right. This is probably the Rio then. Oh! No shot! This is the card that started my journey. And I knew I was right. I knew I was right. All right. This is the same card I pulled originally that they gave a 9 to. And let me show you why. Let me show you why. You see this right there? That little like looks like a little ding next to her hair and her butt cheek right there. So the story with this is foil pattern, like, because these cards are textured, as you can see on the card. For some reason, when they printed this, there's a random bit of texture right there. And when I got this card originally, I remember we bought 2 cases, so we pulled it twice, because it was 1 per case. So it was like 1 per 40 boxes, which is insane. These trial deck cards are insanely hard to get. So I pulled 2 of these, sent them in. One came back at 9.5, and one came back at 9. I'm like, why? And the grades were immaculate. It was like 10, 10, 10, and like 9 on surface. I'm like, what in the surface happened? So I sent the 9.5 and the 9. I think the 9.5 crossed to a 10. And then they sent this back, and they were like, there's damage. And on the little piece of paper, it pointed to right there. And I'm like, there's no way that they thought this is damage. So you know what I did? I cracked it out and resubmitted it. Because I noticed this is the first batch of cards that they graded for this specific Toru. And I noticed that the first like 4 all graded like 9s and 9.5s. I'm like, wow, they must have bad surface issues. And all of a sudden, they start grading 10s and black labels left and right. So I'm like, did they realize that wasn't damage? So then I decided, let me just crack it out and see what happens. And lo and behold, I was right. There was nothing wrong with this card. Again, on a little piece of paper, because when you get cards reviewed, BGS sends like a little slip that says like, this is like the card, and they like draw it out, and they'll put like a dot or like a line or arrows pointing which way it's centered. And the only thing that was wrong with this card originally is they had a little dot that they pointed literally right there, and it matched up perfectly to that. So I'm like, what if they thought that was actually like a dent in the card? When in all reality, it's just a weird like hollow pattern from the texture. FedEx lost this package. Ain't no way FedEx lost this package. I almost spent like $2,000 on this specific black label when it was listed on eBay a couple of weeks ago. I didn't even know it was a real sale or not. I mean, it might be, because I think a BGS 10 of this is like $1,000. So black label probably could vary anywhere between like 2,000 plus, depending on supply and demand. But I definitely almost bid $2,000 on this, and wow, I'm glad I didn't. That's a win. I'm happy about that. Ooh, why do Pokemon cards? Never mind. I was about to say, no, not this one. Damn, I got hit for the centering. Cynthia's Ambition, man. This is the best of the 2. I pulled 2 of them, and this is by far was the best of 2. A 9 on this. I definitely wanted a 9.5 plus. Honestly, this is a new card. It's probably very cheap. I can probably buy a 10 on eBay if it pops up, or when it pops up, I should say. But I figured this would be at least a 9.5. Interesting. What else is in here? I don't know what all I sent. This should be Radiant Charizard, I think. 10. Ooh. Oh, it's close! Ah, come on, BGS. You're breaking my balls. So this got a 9.5 on centering, which I partially disagree with. The centering is pretty good. You can argue that top to bottom is very slight, but left to right, it's literally it's on the dot. Unless they count the back definitely does seem a bit off, but they never really look at backs like that. And then the other on the surface is a 9.5. So somewhere on the surface, they thought, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. Ooh, you know what? It's not damaged on the card, but this bugs me. So you see that right there? Right there? So when they seal these cards up, there's actually like a plastic sleeve that they put around. So this is like a sleeve. And my plastic sleeve has like a little, it has like a little rip in it. Come on, BGS. What happened there? This is not the card. This is not the card itself. That's just a sleeve. So that's annoying. I mean, it's just a Radiant Charizard. It's not that valuable. It's just, I really like the art on this and the shiny Charizard. So, I mean, I'm not mad at 9.5. This is basically a 10. As 10 as it gets. Okay. What else did I send? Oh! I can't believe that FedEx lost this. I bought this card months ago. I want to say like before I even went to Japan. It was like 2 months ago. And this specific Itsuki, as I mentioned, this is my favorite character from the show. Like almost never goes on sale. You always have the Japanese variants, but the English ones, English white in general is hard to come by. And I really wanted this one. Out of the Itsuki cards that exist, this is by far my favorite one, art-wise. And wow. I found one, I think I spent like $200 on, I don't remember. It was a pretty good price. I mean, the SP cards are really, really expensive usually. And I can't believe that we got the right one. Centering, I wonder if I can review this as a black label. So the way it works now is I feel like I'm going to try. So I'm going to send this in as a raw card under a review and see if they can look at that centering. Because I feel like if you get centering as a, like if you have edges or corners, you can always visibly see where the damage is. But surface and centering is always kind of like the wild card. It's always a wild card, and sometimes they feel like they see something when they don't. And centering also is definitely one more debatable, but it's very easy to see that in cards like this. We can see where the weight is. But here, I feel like it's very questionable. But 10 is amazing. I'm very happy about that. This, honestly, even though we got the black label, these two are far my favorites by far. They're right next to each other. If this is a 10, I'll be like whatever because I already have a 10 of this. But both of these definitely make this entire reveal. I'm so excited. I know a lot of you guys who aren't into White Schwartz are like, what is he talking about? Just trust me. These SP cards in White Schwartz are like 1 per case. 1 per like 20 something boxes. They're really hard to get. And let alone getting the right character too. Especially in this set, which has 5 different quintuplets. Getting the right one, my favorite, it's so hard to pull. Oh, what happened there? 9 on surface. I really like Toru's character. And what I love about the Dragon Maid set inside this is they use the manga art. This is not a card that anyone would ever grade, honestly. It's probably one of those cards you probably play more than anything. But again, I really like the art of Toru over here, so I figured let's give it a shot. But 10, 10, 9, 5, 9, sure, I'll take it. Not that valuable a card. I mean, most of these cards aren't really that valuable. It's almost the SPs are the craziest. Oh, we got a 9-5 on this too. Another MDR. Damn, they are hitting me hard for these. But that's fine. Again, I really just like the art of Toru in this because they did it so well with this set. So well. Next, we got there's the Yotsuba. We got a 9-5 again. Wow, these promo cards were rough. And this is a rough 9-5 too. Again, it's so rare to get anything other than a 10 in White Schwartz cards. So this is literally a unicorn. And this being as hard as it was to find as is like, wow. But again, my biggest ones I wanted was definitely the Itsuki. So if I can at least get that in a 10, I'm happy. At least we got the Nino. She's not my favorite of the quintuplets, but the art in that card is immaculate. That's cool. All right, you can get right here. I feel like I'm about to knock over my entire set because I'm going to have all these cards just pushing against it. What else is left? I think I have Mai here. Oh, Rio. This is the other card I pulled with Nodoka. The last time I got this card graded, it came like a black label, so now it's a 10 this time. With a 9-5 on surface. I feel like if they review that, they're probably not going to see any damage at all. That could easily black label as well if I reviewed it. But I probably won't because I already have a black label of it. Ooh! The Sunset Mai. So there's a prize card trophy version of this that's like 10 grand. And it's funny because if you get the regular one that you can just pull like the normal SR, it's also just there too. The prize one says like, winner over here. But you know how it is. Trophy cards are highly sought after for everybody. For me, I don't care if it's a trophy or not. I just love the art. And even though I'm probably never going to go after that version of the card, at least I got this one. And what I love about the hollow pattern is they got the sun just right with like the lines. Such a dope card. All right, this should be Mai. Oh, Alex. Alex. I bought this from Alex. How close were we? So 10, 10, 9, 5, 9. Yeah, this is not going to be... I mean, if I send this to PSA, they'll definitely turn into a 10. But yeah, so again, the same set, if you pull for this card, you have a chance of getting one that's like 1 out of 10, and that's what I tried to do. But again, if only 10 of each were printed, period, in the thousands of boxes that exist across the world, it's not easy to pull. I don't recommend chasing it, but at least I wanted to try at least once. And yeah, okay. I am disappointed because I just noticed this, bro. Fedex strikes again. I don't think this is a BGS thing. This looks like a Fedex thing. Then again, BGS probably packaged it wrong. I don't really know, but it's not the worst. You can barely notice. The only reason why I noticed is because I looked up and I saw it kind of like shining, as you can see, like right there. Man, I'm happy, honestly. These three right here make this return. Especially this. This is insane. All right, I'm ending the video right here. Let me know your thoughts on my White Schwartz addiction. I know it's been a while since we've done Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, but until they release more stuff, it's gonna be kind of like that. And I have one more batch at BGS, but it's a smaller one. I will probably record that as like a TikTok or something. It's very, very short. I think it was like 4 cards, and there were reviews too. So the second I open the box, it'll probably just be 1 card across, if anything. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't use FedEx, and I'll see you guys in the next video.